Good Erev Shabbos, everyone. This week's Parshas Tazria. In Parshas Tazria, it says, Odom ki yeh ba'or b'sorei sa'esoi sapachas. If a person has on the flesh of their skin an appearance of what we call tsaras, huva el ha'aron ha'kohen olachem mibanav ha'kahanim. He should be brought to Aaron the Kohen or one of his sons, the Kahanim. Tsaras is not a medical condition, but on the contrary, it is a heavenly sign that there exists some spiritual defect, a flaw in this individual. Our sages tell us that the Torah and its kindness is revealing to us that the person is afflicted by one of three very detrimental character traits. Either they are gossipers of Lashon Hara, or they are individuals who are afflicted with gases ruach, arrogance, conceit, self-centered, egotistical, controlling, or that they are individuals who are not ba'alei tzedakah v'chesed. They cannot open their hands to be charitable and to give to others, but rather they live to accumulate and just to have more and more for themselves. When a person has any of these three traits to such a degree that in heaven it recognizes this malady as being a great danger for this person's success, the Almighty in his loving kindness brings a sign to indicate that there is a problem. What should the person do who is afflicted with the tsaras? He goes to the Kohen. Why does he go to the Kohen? To teach him, to show him. But why a Kohen? Why can he not go to some great tzaddik, a great chassid, a person whose deeds are impeccable, an individual who lives in such a high standard of purity and sanctity? Certainly they would be worthwhile educators to help set this person on the right path. But no, the Torah is very specific. They must go to a Kohen. Even if the Kohen himself is not that well versed in the laws of tsaras and they need the assistance of a Talmud Chacham, a Torah sage, to help them determine, is this indeed tsaras? Is it not? What are the laws? Nevertheless, you don't go to the Talmud Chacham, you don't go to the Tzaddik, you must go to the Kohen. Why is that? The Kli Yakar explains and says, Aaron HaKohen, the patriarch, the ancestor, the root of all Kohanim to this very day, personified excellence in exactly these three traits. Aaron was a person who lived not by his possessions. As a Kohen, a member of the tribe of Levi, he didn't even own a portion in the land of Israel. He had to dwell in Yerushalayim near the temple because he was on call constantly. How did he live? By the tithes that were given to the Kahanim at the discretion of Klal Yisrael, and by the sacrificial meat. Some days he might have had a lot. Some days he might have had very, very little. It mattered not. This was Aaron. And Aaron was an individual who personified and perfected the trait of mistapek b'muat. Aaron understand that if this is what God is saying, this is my portion, I'll be happy. I'm a rich man. Ezehu Usher, it says in Ethics of Our Fathers, who is rich? Sameach b'chelka, he was happy with whatever portion God has determined. If God is saying that I shouldn't own property, I shouldn't own fields, I shouldn't have investments, I shouldn't work my fields, but rather I must immerse all of my energies in the temple service, and God will say, I'll take care of you, whatever it is. This is what you have. This is what I want you to have. Fine. Aaron personified the trait of what it means to be happy with whatever portion God gives us. Aaron was the role model for those who perhaps thought that their happiness is found by accumulating and gaining and purchasing and controlling and not sharing with others, not being charitable, not looking at the poor and misfortunate and saying, God has blessed me, how can I distribute the Almighty's money, his wealth? But they look at it, no, this is me, this is where I shall find my success and happiness. And when they have 1,000, they want 2,000. They have 1 million, they want 2 million. They have 10 million, want 20 million. They're never satisfied. Such a person is afflicted with the tzaras and said, go to the Kohen, go to Aaron, go to his sons, go to those who have in their DNA the knowledge that one's happiness is not found in accumulating, and take this lesson to heart. Aaron was a person also in which when Korach and others complained to Moshe and said, why was Aaron chosen to be the Kohen Gadol and his sons given the right of performing the service? We wanted to. Korach was a great man, a great Talmid Chacham. He was a tzaddik. I want to be Kohen Gadol. Certainly, if Korach was not credible, it would have been a ludicrous request. I want to be Kohen Gadol. And Moshe said, you're complaining about Aaron? Va'aron ma. What is Aaron? What does Moshe mean by that? What is Aaron that you should complain? Moshe was telling them, you see something and you want it. You feel that you're worthy of it. You feel that you deserve it. And you should be Kohen Gadol. You should be Kahanim. You should perform the service. And that's exactly why Aaron was chosen. You know why? Because Aaron is what? What am I? Aaron said on the contrary, when he was told by Moshe in last week's Parsha to approach the altar and perform the service, he said, I'm not worthy. I was a party to the golden calf. Even though it was not my intent and I tried to save Klal Yisrael, I am not worthy. I can't do it. Moshe said, God says, go and do it. He was compelled to do it. He had to do it. On the contrary, the character trait of Aaron is one of total hisbatlis. He renders himself, he had no ego. As far as Aaron was concerned, I want nothing for myself. I don't deserve anything. What Hashem tells me to do is what I will do. I am perhaps the most unworthy person. You, Korach, you're coming and telling me why you deserve. That's exactly why you don't deserve. Aaron Mahu, a person afflicted with tzaras, perhaps it came as a result of their gases ruach, their arrogance, their conceit, their ego, the fact that they are so special, the world revolves around them. They are the most important. And here they're afflicted with tzaras. What should they do? Go to the Kohen. And the Kohen will show you that your happiness and your success is not found with your mastery and control of your environment and those around you, but quite the contrary. By recognizing that if you have talent, it was given to you to serve others. If you have wealth, help others. If you have skill, help others. Therein you will find your true happiness and success. Be happy with what you have, and also realize that whatever gifts you have and talents is a gift from God. It doesn't make us special. To be truly happy, we must say, what am I? What truly am I? What have I achieved? I just use what God gives me. And if a person is afflicted with tzaras because they speak gossip about others, what does that mean? It means that they cannot find success and happiness and a feeling of accomplishment with their own activities, but rather they have to see something bad in someone else. I feel better because that person is worse than I am. That person has done that. They don't deserve what they have. They're not so terrific. I can put them down. And as I put them down, I feel better. Aaron's life, when Aaron died, it says, Vayifku kol beis Yisrael, the entire household of Israel mourned for him, men, women, elders, children. Aaron lived his life being Radev Shalom, running and pursuing and using all of his energies and all of his faculties to bring peace. Peace amongst litigants, peace amongst business partners, peace amongst husband and wife, peace amongst Klal Yisrael and God. Even by the golden calf, Aaron said, let God be angry with me and let him forgive his children. This was Aaron. Aaron saw only the good in others, and he would do everything in his ability to help others see that good too. And this is the antidote. The one who gossips is a person who can only see the bad in others. What is that person going through? We don't know what trials and tribulations they are subjected to. We don't know what challenges have come before them. We don't know how they were brought up. We don't know what triggers a response. Rather than be critical, how can I be of service? What can we do to help? This was Aharon HaKohen. And the person with the tsaras is told, Vohuv al HaKohen. You could go to a righteous tzaddik. You could go to a chassid. You could go to a great Torah sage. But if you go to Aaron, you go to the Kahanim, whose very genetic composition reflects the combination of these magnificent traits, to be happy with one's lot, to be an individual who knows who he is, not to have an ego, and to be a person who sees only the good in others. That is the prescription for human success and happy. Those are the people who are truly happy. They're happy because they have friends and they see others and others love them. They're happy because they know who they are. They're not corrupted by thoughts of their ego and their own self-aggrandizement. And they are truly happy and successful because they are satisfied with what they have. These are the lucky people in this world. That's why the Kahanim are the role models chosen by God to help us understand the path to happiness. We don't have the temple. Today, unfortunately, we don't have tsaras. But nevertheless, we still have Kahanim, and we still have the Torah and the lessons of the Torah. And we have the ability to seek out those who can truly teach us the path for our happiness and success. No ego. See the good in others and be happy with everything that God blesses us with, whether it be much or whether it be a little. Therein lies human happiness. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay Jewish. Have a wonderful